All right. First of all, yeah, how long you guys been playing for individually?
Individually, oh well, God, I don't know. I'll date myself.
Before you were born.
You're born with a man.
4 hours.
40 years.
Am I allowed to say that?
Oh shit.
Almost 40 years, I guess, I've been playing.
Oh.
I've been playing since I was probably 10, you know, so same thing, 37 years.
You guys?
Going on 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Started in high school.
40.
41. You guys are seasoned.
Yeah.
Are you all self-taught, or do you have a master?
I'm mainly self-taught. I took a few lessons when I was 15. I took probably 8 guitar lessons, and the rest of it is just from playing with people, different musicians, and picking up stuff when I can, and doing a lot of playing on my own, and you know, music books and things like that.
Yeah, so you just learn on your own.
Yeah.
For the most part. You too?
Yeah, me too. I'm jam taught.
So you guys never really had teachers, you just mostly learned it?
I had a little bit of music training in school, like early on. Was in like school bands and things like that, and learned some theory and learned how to read music and stuff back then. And I had a few private lessons. I actually took banjo lessons. I've had more lessons on the banjo than any instrument that I play, which is very strange. But I took banjo lessons for about a year. And then
Have you kept up with it, or?
I can sort of, yeah. I mean, I can pick along.
Yeah.
I can pick
And roll a
old
little
Joe
bit.
Clark or some shit like that. But
Pick and roll.
Yeah.
But as far as mandolin, I had like 4 lessons from Tim O'Brien were like my main lessons, and that was like way back when I first started. And other than that, really, my training has come from just playing with great people and learning from them. It's probably been the best schooling that I've had is, being around all these cats that are just smoking, doing the festival circuit and doing that whole deal. And to me, that's how I've learned like the most.
Right, it's just more like your environment, pretty much. As
Osmosis.
opposed to actual lessons.
Yeah.
How do you guys all know each other?
What?
Just
Well, we spent a lot of
playing
time together
shows.
in the van.
Yeah.
Well, we've Billy and I have known each other for a long time, since back when Billy lived in Telluride, and when we first started coming down there with Salmon to play. And I don't know, that was like early 90s, like 92, 93.
I saw you guys playing. When did Salmon start playing? Become leftover
91,
Salmon?
1990.
Because I saw you play with Left Hand String Band, and then I saw I guess the first Salmon shows. I was living in Telluride, so and I was playing. Not String Cheese hadn't formed, and
It was a few years after that, right?
it was the winter '93-'94 that String Cheese formed in Crescent Butte. But in '91, when Salmon started playing, I was living in Telluride, and I was just playing après-ski stuff in town, playing the bars with duets and different people that I knew in town. And I would go out and go dancing and party when Salmon came into town, and that was always a fun night.
So you guys started playing together at some point along the way, and
Well, our band started doing shows together. We did a bunch of shows with String Cheese, and we actually did a tour at one point. We went out west and did a co-bill tour. But we started playing together then, and seeing each other like at Telluride and different festivals, and so yeah, that would have been like probably mid '90s. We did some shows together.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then later on, I ended up going out with String Cheese and doing like 3 shows on the road with them, and that's where we first really kind of played together in that respect, and sort of started talking about the concept of doing this.
yeah. So how is it? I guess different for you guys playing with this outfit as opposed to like with Salmon or with String Cheese, because it seems like almost.
Well,
kinda-
this is way more of a bluegrass band.
right, right.
No drums, and that makes everything different. You know, how we play and you know, how we approach the music is really different because there is no drummer, and you know, you have to. I think there's a lot more. You have to have your head in the game all the time with this
Right.
band, because if anybody lets up, any of the four of us lets up or loses focus, then the whole ship could go down at any moment. You know,
Yeah,
so you really
yeah.
have to stay focused. And we've just been really digging into the next layer of figuring out how to do that, how to make all these different kind of tempos and songs work without a drummer, what we have to do. So that's one aspect of it that is real different than our other bands. And I think, I know I'm enjoying it, I think Drew too, that we can play more of our music with this band than we could with our other band, because there's not as many people,
Right.
you know, with a lot of material. It's the main focus is our material, and then, you know, some other stuff brought in by Andy and Tyler, but the main bulk of the material is our stuff, and that's real enjoyable to be able to not just have like 2 or 3 songs a night, you know, but to be able to really get a lot of our original stuff out there.
Okay. Is that pretty much same deal for you? Just
Yeah, definitely. It's really fun for me because, you know, I've played in bluegrass bands since like the early '80s, and I did the left-hand string band for like 9 years before Salmon ever started, and played a lot of bluegrass. And it's really nice for me to get back to playing bluegrass, especially in this arena, because, you know, we both bring a lot of different things to the table, and I think it's really exciting for people to see the two of us playing together, you know, from these two different camps and making this new band. And it's really fun, and it's what I love about it is that, you know, we are a 4-piece without drums, without amps, without electric guitars, and we get it kicking just, you know, with these little acoustic instruments, and we, you know, get a whole dance floor boogieing, and to me that's really fun, because, you know, it's a given that when you get up there with a full band with drums, electric guitars, you're gonna rock it out and people are gonna
Right.
dance. But with the bluegrass band, it's not so much a given, and it's really very satisfying to see people getting down to a bluegrass band.
nice.
And, you know, as simple as it is. So.
Okay. Tell me a bit about your guys' album that you have released. Is it out recording everything? It's just in the mixing process right
It's
now?
yeah, it should be done by next week.
We might get the final mixes, are probably being worked on right now.
Yeah, right.
We got we're on the 3rd round of mixes. So, and we got 5 of the songs from the 3rd round, and they're all really good. And the engineer is working on the remaining 6 songs, and then we're going to get that, and we can get it on the road. We've been getting stuff on the road, and from FTP servers, and downloading it and listen to it, and then call the engineer. So that's been really good, working the technology a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, so mixes should be done any day now, and then master it, and the artwork's being done right now too. So we're hoping that to have it out in July.
Okay. And it's all original, like you guys did
It's
all the
all
arrangements
original.
yourself?
It's all original music, and most of the material that's on it is stuff that Drew and I went out to a friend's house in Rocky Mountain National Park and hung out there for a long weekend and wrote the material that's on the disc. And there's a song by Andy on there, also a banjo tune and a tune that Tyler wrote that's on there. So it's all It's all original stuff.
How did you guys come up with the material for?
We made it up.
A lot of beer and tequila.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the best inspiration.